So welcome everybody to a new tutorial concerning beat cutting. In this case I want to explain a very tricky pattern of the French turntablist DJ Netik, and now we can see the advantages of the S notation because we understand the methodology of the crossfader sequence and of the record motion pattern only by reading the notational indication. So this is the advantages of this transcription methodology, and I want to show this at the example of DJ Netik. We see at first the YouTube video. Okay, at the first sight, some of you say, oh my god, what does he do? He plays basically a simple pattern, but very fast. This is the secret. So, and we see right now the slow motion performance of the basic sequence. He plays many breaks inside this demonstration, and yeah, this is the basic pattern. Step by step we go further, and let's go. I add a hi-hat as always over this drum scratching pattern. So it sounds basically a little bit boring, but when you play it twice as fast, like in the now following video, you obtain a very tricky drum scratching pattern. So what does DJ Netik? At first, the first advice, he works with a snare kick drum combination. This is such a phonetic segment like this here in the video. First a snare and then a kick drum in direct succession. Like this. And now is the question, what does he do with this? At first we see the crossfader sequence, and now it's important. He plays actually different types of popular crossfader sequences in this case. For example, the 2-click flare performance and the 1-click flare performance, but he starts basically at every sequence with a closed fader. That means when we look now in the video, his first movement on a crossfader is that he open, and then he go further with the 2-click flare performance. That means closing, transformer click, and then opening. And then to go to the start point, he close. So, and that makes 5 crossfader sequences as one group. Memorize this. This is very important for this pattern. Why I want to show right now? Because we incorporate the record motion pattern. So we start with the first part, the red marked area. Yeah, what can we glean from this? We see in the higher range of the staff a note, a 160 note, and this note got an additional sign. This additional sign stands for the kick drum. Yes, that means we start with the kick drum. And yeah, what's happening? We search the kick drum and then kick drum, and then follows a E-tone, a dotted 1/8 E-tone, and that means that we move the record back to the start point in a lower motion intensity. So, and now we incorporate the crossfader sequence. The first symbol, uppercase letter C with a little bar over there, stands for opening. Then follows another symbolistic, and some of you know this. This is a double dotted uppercase letter D, and this symbolistic stands for 3 crossfader sequences, in fact the 2-click flare performance. So how can we incorporate this type of crossfader movement over the record motion? Like this. That means start position is the fader is closed, and then we move the record forward and we obtain the kick drum. So now, from this positioning, the fader's open. We move the record back, and at this backward motion, so at this E-tone, we incorporate the 2-click flare performance. That means at first we close, then we play a transformer click, and then we open. And what's happening at the open sequence is that we play the snare as in reverse. And the goal is that we are right now at the start point. Okay? Once again, step by step.